Everyone stood in the living room. Zhang Yi folded his arms, deep in thought. If the zombie problem could be resolved soon, it would be for the best. Although it sounded simple, how could it be handled? Zhou Kr frowned and spoke worriedly. Now we all know that the zombies and the rats are concentrated underground. Their numbers are terrifying. They could have taken over the entire subway system of Tianhai City. With our current strength, facing ordinary zombies and rats is impossible unless we find the zombie king and eliminate the source. As Zhou Kr spoke, she gently placed her hand on Zhang Yi's chest and leaned against him. In times of stress, she sought comfort from Zhang Yi. We can't do much about this. We can only hope the Jiangnan region provides support. So, Zhang Yi, you don't need to worry too much. After all, our capabilities are limited. Zhou K's words were not wrong. The 5 great powers in the extreme cold situation couldn't organize a large-scale operation to investigate. Whether it was Zhang Yi or the others, they were just a temporary team. In the apocalypse, no one had experience dealing with such harsh conditions. Zhang Yi raised his head and spoke slowly. All fears stem from the unknown. Our biggest problem is that we know too little about the zombies. What exactly is the zombie king? Is it an evolved zombie with intelligence or some kind of mutant? We still don't know. At this moment, Xu Chunlei interjected. Currently, we can only speculate that the zombie outbreak has nothing to do with the other 4 forces. After all, they have suffered heavy losses as well. Yang Xinxin immediately retorted, we can't be so sure. Even if they've all suffered significant losses, we can't conclude that this has nothing to do with them. For instance, Qishan base conducted many human experiments before. It's likely other bases did similar things, leading to the emergence of zombies. After the apocalypse, the major forces in Tianhai City have been frantically strengthening their armed forces. Almost every possible measure has been taken. Qishan Basie's artificial human plan, Yang Sheng Basie's military stimulant drugs, these are clear examples. Everyone shared their viewpoints, but essentially, all of it was just speculation without any concrete evidence. Their intelligence was too limited. The sudden appearance of zombies, like an entirely new force, caught them off guard. Zhang Yi clenched his fists, not knowing what to do about the sudden appearance of zombies. Who exactly is controlling all the zombies from behind the scenes? If it's a mutant who wants to control the zombies to destroy the other major forces in Tianhai City and become the king of Tianhai City, or even expand beyond, then with their intelligence, they would have broken through the defenses of the major forces long ago. But the zombies that Zhang Yi and his group encountered only exhibited a low level of intelligence, similar to that of a 4 or 5-year-old child, constantly learning. However, if the zombie king is a mutated corpse with intelligence, why would it attack the 5 major forces? After analyzing for a while, Zhang Yi spoke to everyone, let's wait and see. At the very least, we need to see how skilled the representative from the Jiangnan region is. They have more combat experience than our team, strong mutants, and advanced technology from the Jiangnan region. They might achieve some results. Zhang Yi took Zhou K's hand. For now, let's plan that if they can't resolve the issue, we'll step in. At the headquarters of the Baishui sect, when Zheng Yixian returned, he pushed the door open and entered. Yuan Konye was still standing before the statue, praying as usual. Yuan Konye slowly opened her eyes and then turned to face Zheng Yixian. Her eyes showed a rare tenderness. What did you see over there this time? Yuan Konye asked. Zheng Yixian replied seriously. The Jiangnan region has sent a very formidable group here, especially their captain. He recounted everything he had witnessed today to Yuan Konye. When Yuan Konye heard about the power of the special investigation team, particularly how Bian Junwu could destroy thousands of zombies with a single strike, her icy face showed a hint of admiration. She murmured, the Jiangnan region? Will they affect us? Zheng Yixian was uncertain. The current state of Tianhai City has had a significant impact on the surrounding environment. If the Jiangnan region sends soldiers, I fear the future of the Baishui sect won't be good. Moreover, Bian Junwu has warned us that if the zombie issue cannot be resolved, the Jiangnan region might take the final measure. Yuan Konye asked worriedly, the final measure? Zheng Yixian resolutely said, we can't just sit back and let this situation develop. Yuan Konye nodded, I'm afraid this issue is not just our concern. Zhang Yi, Xiao Honglian, Wei Dingai, and Xingtian don't want to see such an outcome either. Just as Yuan Kongye had said, when Bian Junwu warned them, everyone felt very anxious. Therefore, they all chose to fully support Bian Junwu in resolving the zombie problem immediately. By wholeheartedly supporting Bian Junwu and his team, they were actually helping themselves. Speaking of Bian Junwu's group, after leaving Zhang Yi's house, they continuously moved to gather information about the zombie group. They drove a black vehicle with a spacious interior where they could handle all their needs for eating, drinking, and sleeping. This vehicle was specially designed by engineers from the Jiangnan region to facilitate long-term outdoor missions. Their first stop was the subway where Zhang Yi had been attacked. As they arrived at the subway entrance, Meng Xiyu commented, "It seems that after a large amount of seawater froze, it caused the ground to crack." Bian Junwu closed his eyes, recalling the scene of Zhang Yi pouring a large amount of seawater from another dimension. Thinking of this, he couldn't help but take a deep breath. Truly impressive, this person is a genius. Wu Di, hearing the praise for Zhang Yi from the others, disagreed and said, "Leader, is it necessary to praise him like that? To me, it's just an ordinary tactic." Wu Di raised an arm and said to Bian Junwu, "If my ability was spatial manipulation, I would also know how to use objects to block the subway entrance." But in reality, what he did is just a temporary measure, like drinking poison to quench thirst. He cannot completely stop the zombies. Deputy leader Baili Chongqing laughed and said, "Wu Di, your personality is as arrogant as your name. The leader must have his reasons for saying so. You should learn to recognize others' strengths and not always look down on them." Wu Di frowned in disagreement. "If I were here alone, I could destroy all the zombies." Bian Junwu listened calmly and asked, "Are you that confident?" Wu Di confidently replied, "Of course, I understand my abilities well. Especially in a situation like this, combat is my specialty." Bian Junwu then asked, "But do you know the strength of the Zombie King?" Wu Di was momentarily surprised but quickly responded, "I've never encountered that monster. How would I know?" From the information they had gathered, they only knew that a strong group of zombies existed behind the scenes. As for the Zombie King, even Zhang Yi and the others had never seen it when infiltrating the subway tunnel, let alone understand its power. Bian Junwu calmly said, "But Zhang Yi and his team managed to handle all the zombies in the subway tunnel under dangerous conditions and without any casualties. One shouldn't blindly rely on supernatural abilities. The most important thing is how to maximize one's capabilities. Zhang Yi's strength doesn't just lie in combat, but also in his ability to use his intellect to achieve his goals. That is what's most remarkable." Bian Junwu then looked off into the distance and remained silent for a moment. Wu Di, still somewhat unconvinced, muttered, "No matter how smart he is, if he needs teammates, they must be masters from the martial arts sects." Wu Di had a somewhat childish nature. Bian Junwu simply smiled without reprimanding him. Wu Di had always been like that, and everyone was used to it, especially after Bian Junwu's body began to exhibit unusual symptoms. Wu Di's behavior became even more peculiar. Everyone understood why Wu Di acted this way but didn't speak of it openly. Bian Junwu entered the vehicle and said, "Let's go. Next, we'll see what the zombie lair looks like." The driver was deputy leader Baili Chongqing. Baili asked, "Leader, where are we headed?" Bian Junwu replied, "First, let's head to the Yongsheng base." At this moment, all three major bases were busy following Bian Junwu's directives. They had temporarily abandoned all surface structures and moved all non-combat personnel to secret shelters. As Bian Junwu and his team neared the Yongsheng base, they found a high point about 5 kilometers from the base where they could observe the entire area surrounding Yongsheng. Bian Junwu sat by the window, adjusting his sunglasses to get a better view. Through the binoculars, they were waiting for the zombies to arrive at the Yongsheng base. Xiao Honglian could only continuously direct the combat personnel to prepare defenses around the area while organizing the orderly retreat of non-combat staff. She shouted commands for everyone to hurry and evacuate. As time passed, the sky darkened, signaling the impending events. Zombies emerged from the night like an overwhelming tide of ants, filling the entire area around the Yongsheng base. The vast space was packed densely with zombies. Meng Xiyu handed some food to Bian Junwu, saying, "Captain, eat quickly." Bianjun Wu, observing the battle through binoculars, asked the explosives expert, Yi Jikong, for an update. Yi Jikong held a heavy black laptop, watching its screen. Based on all the information provided by their team, Yi Jikong explained, each time the zombies appear, their numbers are limited. At their peak, there were only a bit over 10,000. The laptop screen displayed the surroundings of the Yongsheng base, offering a clear view from a high vantage point. This was the most advanced satellite system in China. While eating with chopsticks, Yi Jikong continued, the zombies in the subway have all come out. It's evident that the zombie king can control only a limited number of zombies simultaneously. We can take advantage of the zombie attack on the Yongsheng base to launch an assault on the zombie king. If we can eliminate the zombie king, the zombies will become disorganized, greatly reducing their threat level. Bianjun Wu instructed everyone to be ready for battle. According to Zhang Yi, there is certainly a large number of heavily armored zombies underground and unknown capabilities of the zombie king. Wu Di clenched his fist, making a loud cracking sound, and chuckled, Leader, these dead creatures can hardly threaten us. Especially now, the underground is an empty space. When the time comes, you all won't need to lift a finger. I'll handle them all by myself. Baili Chongqing sighed, looking at the hot-headed young Wu Di with furrowed brows. Wu Di, we're not here to fight. If the zombie king escapes, it will be meaningless. Remember, don't get bogged down with the zombies. Wu Di's expression stiffened, and he scratched his head. Sorry, I really forgot about that.